Megan from the garden. So I am out here in the cut flower garden this morning trying to get pretty much as much done as possible. Today is Tuesday. Wednesday night and Thursday night we are supposed to get a lot of rain, some strong storms to move through. So my goal for today is to get as much planted in the ground as possible before that rain comes. So I thought I will just set the camera up as I work and then kind of show you what I'm doing as I go. But my main goals today are to get the rest of my landscape fabric laid for where I am planting. I'm going to be burning holes in them, so I'll show you what I'm planting and then also what spacing I'm using for those plants. Then I also am going to be planting my bupleurum seeds in the ground. I'm going to be direct sowing bupleurum. I also hope to direct sow some cress, and I don't know, we'll see whatever else I can get done. Today's going to be in the mid 70s. Tomorrow and Thursday are going to be in the 90s, which is just crazy weather for this time of year. So things are going to really start growing. I also have started harvesting my tulips. I'm so excited. So I will have a special tulip harvest video for you guys very soon as well. But let me just turn the camera around quick and show you how my tulips are looking. Okay, here is a look at one of my tulip beds. With the 90-degree temperatures we are going to have this week, these are going to be ready to harvest in no time. All of my beds pretty much look like this for the early tulips. Some of my tulips do not have buds on them, but I expect after this week they're all going to really get going. Okay, so I'm just going to get working. I think the first thing I'm going to start on is my bupleurum. I need to amend that bed, and I use what's called a Nature's Care organic garden soil. I'll put a picture of the bag up on the screen, but it has a lot of really good nutrients like kelp meal, bone meal. I can't remember all of them, but it's a really nice brand, organic. So that's what I'm going to use to amend my soil first. I'm also going to put some Biotone starter fertilizer down, and then I'm going to get this bupleurum planted. So I will just keep you guys posted as I go throughout the day. Okay, so it is about a half an hour later and I am making some progress. I have 2 areas of landscape fabric laid that I am about ready to start burning my holes in. So I want to show you those to you guys and then tell you what is going there and what spacing I am using. Okay, so this is the first large area that I just got done laying. Whoa, sorry it's windy today. So along the greenhouse here, that's going to be all planting area, and then in between where these tulips currently are and this area, this is a pathway that's going to be about 1.5 to 2 feet wide. So in that planting spot, that is where my basil is going, and that is going to be 9-inch spacing. And then this long area that I laid landscape fabric for, that is where my bupleurum and my cress are going. My bupleurum will be 9-inch spacing and my cress will be 6-inch spacing. So I currently have, if you can see that tray, that is that tray of bupleurum that I started, looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and plug those in the ground. Then I'm also going to be direct sowing some more bupleurum because they are a one and done. So I want succession plantings of those. And then I'm going to be direct sowing my cress. So I'm going to get started on that next. Okay, so it's a couple hours later again. I think I have everything planted that I'm going to get planted for today. So let me show you what I got done. I'm really happy with the progress that I made. So I got a little more planting done in this bed today. About a week ago, I got my feverfew planted, and then all of this right in front of me is ageratum. I had, roughly 36 plants to get in the ground. They were completely root bound. They were so ready to get into the ground. So I'm hoping that they're just gonna really take off growing now that they are actually in the soil. They all have a lot of really nice new growth. So I think that they're gonna be really happy to be out of those seed trays. So this is one area I worked on a little bit. Now behind me, the rest of this bed, this is all reserved for status. That I just started hardening off, so that should go in the ground in another week to 10 days. So then across the path from that area, right in here, I have a little patch of dianthus that I wanted to try out this year. And then beyond that are all the snapdragons I had previously planted. Then this planting area that is on the back side of my greenhouse, this is all basil, and this is something that I will be using for filler this year. So I have cinnamon basil, lemon basil, and then at the back I have dark opal basil, which is a really pretty dark foliage. I used that one last year and it worked great. Lemon and cinnamon basil are new to me this year. The lemon literally smells like lemons. It is a really beautiful fragrant scent, so I cannot wait to see these start growing. I also have another 72 cell tray of basil started under my grow lights, and I probably will start yet another tray maybe in a week or so. Basil is something I'm going to be succession planting, so this is just the first round of basil. And then you can see I have a nice walking pathway right here. Tulips that will be coming up anytime here, and then the rest of that planting area that way is all for zinnias and dahlias. So let me show you the one other area that I planted today. So this area is actually the first area that I planted today. I have been wanting to get this planted for probably a week or two, but this big wooden door had blown over. My husband just got it bolted back to the building last night, so it was a safe area to plant. But this is all my bupleurum seedlings. Now, they're pretty small. They do have 2 or 3 sets of leaves on them, so I think they'll be just fine. They have been out in the elements for about 2 weeks, so they're fully acclimated. But I'm really hoping that these will just take off. This is this first succession planting of bupleurum. I also am going to be direct seeding some bupleurum in the rest of the holes that I have open. I didn't get to that today. I actually think I may wait a few days for that, as we're gonna have some pretty nasty storms the next couple nights and I don't want them to wash away. So I'm happy that I got these seedlings in the ground. I will get a batch direct sown in a couple days, and then probably about 2 weeks after that I will do another direct seeding. Now I also will be direct sowing some cress the end of the week, and I probably will be doing about 2 or 3 plantings of that as well. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video. I hoped you guys enjoyed seeing what I'm planting out in the garden right now. I still have so much to plant. The next area that I'm gonna be working on is the area in the front of my greenhouse. That's gonna get landscape fabriced and ready for my rudbeckia, which is hardening off right now. Status will be going in soon. I have some zinnia seedlings that I'm going to be putting in, probably not for a good couple more weeks. But there is a lot to go, plus all my tulips I have to harvest. Probably about 1,500 tulips left to harvest. So anyway, lots going on. Stay tuned, we'll see you soon.